rapidly going through the third turn of Venus Needs Men. Pluto moved itself into orbit. The Titan infected population. Ganymede built another spaceship. Mars seized both of Titan's spaceships. They now control those and can use them as if they're their own, sort of. Then we go to the Earth, which built another spaceship. And finally to Venus. Well, the Earth did one more thing. They played Agents Provocateur, forcing Venus to make an attack on Titan. Their hope here was to destroy both ships on a 1 using that wonderful Q-ray. Instead what happened was Titan got teleported out to here. That's cool too. Or Pluto got teleported. But doesn't give them the tech advances that they were hoping to get from picking up scrap. And finally Venus landed in North America and in Russia with an intention to grab lots of population. Remember, Venus has a bonus for doing this, and everybody should be a little worried about Venus with 5 ships in place. They're going to start grabbing a lot of population if nobody's careful about that. All right, on to the next turn. Well, Pluto, with their ship stuck out here, decided to do a build action and actually threw a card. So now they have 2 ships there. They got rid of a force field, which they didn't see as terribly valuable. When we went to Titan, they had a very interesting turn. They opened things off by playing the overtime card before their turn, so that they would get a new draw. They wanted 2 new cards. Well, the Earth played the causality fluctuation and said, hey, I want to use that card instead, and took their own build instead. So this destroyed what Titan was hoping to do. So instead, they played a sabotage card, destroying the Martian spaceship that's controlling them. And now they're going to do a population action. And for that, see what they can do. They're going to do an infection. And now, and I kind of cheated, there should be an extra infected counter in each already from last turn. Because they get to infect with their population after they do the infection. So now they got a third one here, and now they get their infection here, and they get to convert 3 of these to infected pieces. And now here they get to convert 2 because their spaceship isn't active. So they're at 10 of the 17. They could if they could do another collection action, they could collect 1 more population and teleport those infected people back. Of course, somebody else could teleport those infected people. I've got a cool card in my hand to pull more people out, but it's not time yet. I want to wait until I can win with that card, basically. Alright, so now we're going to move over to Ganymede, and we'll see what they can do. They're kind of stuck on their planet and beginning to see, wow, we're falling way behind. We got to do something. So right now, there's a couple of people who are scary. The Earth is beginning to pull its people, but much, much scarier. Venus, who can pull, I think, 10 population on 1 turn if nobody does anything about it. And likewise, we've got about the same with Titan. So we've got to really worry. There's people who are getting close, maybe not to winning, but at least to getting maybe to about the halfway point there. And finishing our way around, let's see what happened. This was kind of weird. Somebody played something nasty and I'm having trouble finding it. Ah, yeah. Choose up to 3 alien spaceships in the same Earth area. Roll a die on each spaceship. On a 6 or higher, it's destroyed. That was used to target the North American Venus forces there. And 2 of them were destroyed. And at that point, this guy played Mutual Assured Destruction, destroying the 3rd one. Boom! All that destruction caused a number of research checks for the Earth. Now, they have the Genius pills. I don't think they got anything else, though. These other cards were discarded so that their build action would allow them to build a maximum number of ships. Mars also did a build action. They didn't do anything special there. They're trying to reassert themselves. We're back at the Earth here, who did a move action, positioning themselves to do some attacking. So far, nobody has gathered even a single unit of population. And finally, we went to Venus, who discarded another one of these everybody gets some population cards so that they could build 2 ships. And we're back around at Pluto. Alright, trying to remember what I did. Pluto played bad weather, preventing any population actions in this space, which was the most interesting of spaces for population actions. Let's see what else we got here. That just went away because it's the beginning of his turn. Now what did he do? He did a movement action and ended up jumping 3 of his ships from Pluto. He still left 1 in orbit because he's got that advantage in attacking from orbit. Titan. Ooh. Damned if I know what Titan even did. I think they built a ship, actually 2 of them, discarding a card to get one. Ganymedes moved all 6 of their ships to here. You see there's only 4 left. That's because Venus played a meteor shower on them and destroyed 2 of those ships. On to Mars. Mars built a couple more ships, throwing a card away. Earth did a technology action because they can't do a population action. And finally, Venus also built more ships. Still, we have no population that's been gathered. Pluto continues to play a delaying game. Logistical difficulties prevented any population actions this time. And continued moving. They got a couple of their ships close to the orbit, and now they're up to 2 in there. Titan built another ship. Ganymedes moved into orbit. Mars built another ship. Venus moved into orbit. Earth once again rolled for technology, and they actually discarded a card to keep trying to get it. They're trying to get more dice on attack. They want to be able to destroy their opponents. They'll get more technology that way. They got nothing, though. Pluto's conglomerated all their forces above the planet. Titan was able to do a population action, and they continued their infection regime. They have enough stuff there to infect everyone to win the game if they pull those back, and then they're going to play We Come in Peace, which allows them to do an immediate population action. Now, someone is able to stop this, of course. There's always a way. I hope. Alternate universe prevents a zap card from having any effect. So bang, they were going to win, but they were stopped. But that's one of the big cards, and I think that's the only one out there right now. All right, we go on into Ganymedes. Well, we're starting to see some harvesting happening. Ganymedes dropped itself into the oceans, where it can start grabbing people without as much risk. Martians moved into orbit. Earth collected up what they could of the infected population, along with some of their own. Venus dropped itself down to try to handle the infected population somewhat. May actually want to move here too. And Pluto killed some of the infected people. And that brings it to our good friend Titan, and since they're clearly about to win, the Earth is going to play a time warp on them, making them skip their turn, which will drop things back on Ganymede again, and they're probably going to capture some population of their own. And spinning around, we do see that's happened. Ganymede grabbed some more of the infected. The Earth grabbed some more both infected and non-infected, and was beginning to do fairly well. Somebody may want to stop them now, except Venus is also doing quite well here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At this point, Titan is no longer a threat at all. They have almost no infected population left that they can grab. So we'll see what happens. We see that Mars moved into place to grab some other people's spaceships. I think we're going to start seeing some fighting soon. Let's try and catch up where we are. Pluto did some more population actions, and they're up with the leaders now. Of course, they were turned behind, essentially. Titan moved their spaceships forward. Ganymede attacked primarily Venus, whom they have an advantage against and have a bit of a lead. They also hit an Earth spaceship. They ended up destroying 2 Venetian spaceships, though, which gave Earth technology roles where they got quality control, where they can build faster. And they also got auto fire control, which allows them to roll 3 dice for each attack. That leaves only 1 card, which the Earth can't pick up. The automated assembly here, which gives them additional growth as well. So that's all that's left in the technologies. Now we move on to Mars, and I'm not sure quite what they're going to do. They're behind in everything, so they probably want to start shooting stuff. And we see that Martian ability is particularly pernicious. They grabbed 2 Venetian ships, as well as 2 more Earth ships, and they fired and killed another Venetian ship. So they're getting really control over the board here. Nobody has ships that they can replenish with, because this mind control ability allows... Oh, no, they can only control 1 ship at a time. So... they get to shoot at one of those Earth ships. Actually, they're going to shoot at the Titan ship instead of the Earth ship. They want to keep those Earth ships in place. They failed to kill it, so Titan's ship has been relinquished. They can only control 1 ship each. I thought it was worse than that. Okay, so now we're on to Earth, and Earth has a limited number of actions they can really do. It looks like they're going to have to move because everything's gone from Russia, and they don't own their other ships. We're going to end this video with Venus's play, which is a space warp, and I'm sorry about the shaking. I can't do anything about it with my hand. I'm really wired for some reason. They're going to take 3 spaceships, the Martian ones that are controlling their ship, and force them to teleport. So those go to areas 7, 2, and 9, and that frees up their own ships, which will allow them to do a collect population action, which I think is what they're going to do. They're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, they're better. So they grab 4. They're only 3 points away from winning at this point, so they're kind of the bunny. I'm going to load this one up and come back.